Shalom. Let's start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the Mayim in Atlanta, and our new article from End Time Headlines came out October 5th, 2025. And it says, first, the UK, now Switzerland, embraces digital ID as the beast system is falling into place. And that's what we're watching currently happen. We're watching the birth pains of the beast system. And really, it's the birth pains of Yahweh Shai returning. But part of that is Esau's NWO getting going. And so he's causing all this, stirring up all this drama and chaos around the world to ease his system into place. But really, it's Yahweh Shai having him go about stirring up this drama and chaos and really destruction, because they're pulling down the current system so that they could put a new system in place. But really, Yahweh Shai just has them pulling down this current system for Yahweh Shai's system, for the system of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to be set into place. And that's going to require complete destruction of these old ways, in which that's what we are watching. But as it says, first the UK, because they took on this digital ID system. We saw it last week. And now Switzerland, in which Switzerland, we already know that these people have been getting the RFID micro C-HIP implanted into themselves for years at this point. So this shouldn't even be hard for them to put this digital ID into place. It says, in a closely contested referendum, Switzerland has forged ahead with a groundbreaking digital identification system that prioritizes user privacy, or maybe they say privacy, setting it apart from more intrusive models being pursued by the EU and the UK. This development, approved by a slim margin, underscores the ongoing tensions across Europe regarding data security, government oversight, and individual freedoms. The Swiss electorate voted on the Federal Act on Electronic Identification Services with just 50.4% in favor, marking the second national debate on digital identities in 4 years. And I bet they even put this number out here purposely, like, oh, we were trying for you, we were pulling for you, knowing that this is the plan all along, because it's a plan that has been in place for centuries at this point, for a very long time. You can see, go back to Albert Pike's letter to Manzini, in which he was outlining the 3 world wars, and this goes right in hand with that. These people they've had a plan for a long time, but as the scripts say, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High will rain down upon him. Paraphrasing, they're not going to finish their enterprise. They're not going to get anywhere. This is their end. But they're working to bring their own end. They bring their own destruction. But back to the article, it says the narrow victory highlights societal divides, particularly in rural and conservative areas where concerns about surveillance and potential data misuse run deep. These anxieties mirror broader European apprehensions amplified by increasing digital monitoring. And you think of these, it says European apprehensions. People around the world are waking up to the fact that their elite, their governments don't have their best interest at hand. So there should be apprehension all around the world, no matter which country you're in, whether you're in Switzerland or in just Europe in general, or in Asia or in Africa, or especially here in North America, really especially in all of Western civilization. You should understand that these people have your worst interest at the forefront of their minds. And you should probably just do the opposite of whatever they're telling you, but that's their choice. Because if they don't have the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, they're not going to make it out of this anyway. So do what they please, especially if it brings about the end quicker. But it says at the core of Switzerland's approach is a system designed to address Big Brother fears head on. The EID is strictly voluntary, provided free of charge, and issued solely by the state. And, going through school, especially college, I had professors always harping that there's no such thing as a free lunch. Nothing's free. And they're trying to give this out for free. And it's quote unquote voluntary at this point. This is a Trojan horse. And we know that this is the forerunner to the MOTB, the RFID micro C-HIP that they want to place into everybody's body mandatorily. This is what you cannot take if you hope to escape the nuclear war that's coming. Slovakia. This is crucially, all personal information stays on the user's smartphone, avoiding any centralized government or commercial database. Yeah. Physical ID cards will continue to be available and valid, ensuring citizens retain genuine choice in their engagement with digital tools. The devil loves to present you choices, knowing that it gives you an idea, or it gives you a feeling of control, but really, nobody's in control. There's no such thing as free will. It's all according to the plans of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. This model stands in sharp contrast to initiatives elsewhere in Europe. The EU's European Digital Identity Wallet, or EUDI, emphasizes cross-border compatibility, but incorporates a mix of centralized and decentralized data storage, data, which has sparked worries about data aggregation and user profiling. Meanwhile, in the UK, Prime Minister Keir Starmer's administration is pushing forward with plans that could make holding a digital ID essential for employment. A policy that has drawn sharp rebukes from civil rights advocates and the public, who fear it could lead to exclusion from jobs and essential services. And yeah, theirs is right away mandatory, which these people in Switzerland should be able to see that these are the same systems. And if UK's is starting out mandatory, then theirs isn't going to be voluntary for very long, especially once the implant is made available. We're here, we're getting into these times, and once this is made mandatory around the world, we're going to see all hell break out. We're going to see, it says when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come. We're going to see the wars pick up, these civil wars, these world wars. We're going to see Jacob's trouble pick up even more, in which we're already in Jacob's trouble. And soon after that, we will see the return of Yahweh Shai and him wiping the floor with these heathen. And so go ahead, hurry up, Esau, hurry up. But meanwhile, in the UK, just read that one. It says Swiss campaigners have voiced similar cautions, warning that even voluntary schemes can, over time, become de facto mandatory if access to essential services moves online, just like I was saying. Despite these concerns, proponents in the Swiss parliament and government maintain that their framework provides unparalleled privacy by design, radical answer to European fears of social credit style systems and institutional overreach. Which has always been the plan. You saw them actually test it in China with their social credit system, and everything that they do over there, it's like a testing grounds for or the framework that they want to bring onto the entire world. And we're here. And so I'm only going to go into one scripture because we go to Revelation 13 all the time. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. We all know that. We know that. That's a famous scripture. You should know that at this point. And so, Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, we are in the end times. We're in the last days of Esau having power upon this earth. Salakia about that. Ooh, I don't know why that even happened. But, yeah, an ad. It was an ad on that Bible app. But Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, we are in the end times. We're at the end of the time of the Gentiles. That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. We have to be awake from the blindness that the God of this world has placed upon us. We have to awake out of Judeo-Christianity, which is really just Edomite supremacy, and Satanism that's been put onto everybody, where they think everything flies, that, do what thou wilt, and just recite the name of JC and everything will be okay. But that's all not true. You got to wake up out of that. Wake up out of all of these false philosophies that have been put into this world, to this false reality that we live in. You got to wake up out of all of those things. But ultimately, it is of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's of the Father to send you to the Son, to wake you up and send you to the Son. And then you've got to do what's needed to be done to make your calling and election sure. But same time, you got to be out of sleep. You got to wake up. It's time to wake up. This place is about to burn up, so you got to wake up and get out. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Yahushua is on his way back. He's coming soon. You can see the signs within the earth. It's high time to awake out of sleep. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.